Good day everyone, I am Stephanie Nacha from BN3H2, and for today's video I'm going to discuss two topics which are the learning thinking styles and the multiple intelligence. So in facilitating learning, we must consider the student's diversity because we all know that every student is different and so on how they learn. But before we dig deeper, let's define first what is learning or thinking styles. So learning thinking styles refers to the preferred way an individual process an information, which means that every student or every individual has different learning styles or typical mode of thinking, remembering, or problem solving. Actually, there are several perspectives about learning styles, but we shall focus on the sensory preferences and the global analytic continuum. So when we say sensory preferences, it is when the individuals tend to gravitate toward one of the sensory inputs and maintain a dominance in one of the following types of learners. So the three main cognitive learning styles are the visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. So the first one is a visual. So visual learners learn best when they see their teacher's actions and facial expressions to fully understand the content. And also, R.J. Charde further break down visual learners into two, the visual iconic and the visual symbolic. So when we say visual iconic, is those who prefer this form of input are more interested in films, graphic displays, or pictures to solidify learning. While the visual symbolic is those who prefer this form of input feels more comfortable with the abstract symbolism such as mathematical formulae or the written word. So the next one is the auditory. So auditory learners learns best through verbal lectures, discussions, talking things, or listening to what others have to say. And auditory learners falls into two, which are the listeners and the talkers. So when we say the listeners, this is the most common type. They remember the things that is said to them and make the information as their own, while the talkers is the very opposite, which means that they are the ones who prefer to talk and to discuss and often find themselves talking to those around them. So the third one is the kinesthetic or the tactile. So this type of learners learns best through hands-on approach and actively love to explore the physical world around them. And under of this is the global analytic continuum. So when we say analytic, it refers to the left brain or also known as the successive processor, which means that it refers in a step-by-step sequential format or from specific to general, while the global refers to the right brain or also known as a simultaneous processor, which means that it refers to learn from the beginning with general concept down to its specific. And in connection with that, we're now going to talk or discuss the next topic, which is the multiple intelligences. So the theory of multiple intelligences was developed in 1983 by Dr. Howard Gardner. He is a professor of education in Harvard University. He also suggests that the tradition of notion of intelligence based on IQ testing is far too limited. Instead, Dr. Gardner proposes the multiple intelligence to account for a broader range of human potential in children and adults. So these intelligences are the following. So the first one is the visual spatial or the picture smart. So these individuals are very good at comprehending maps and other types of graphical information. The next one is a verbal or word smart. So this type of learners learns best through expressing oneself using the words and language, and it allows us to apply meaning to the words and express appreciation for complex phrases. So the third one is the musical or music smart. It enables individuals to produce and make meaning of different types of sound. The fourth one is the mathematical or number smart. So these individuals demonstrate excellent reasoning skills and make connections based on their prior knowledge and drawn to categorization, patterning, and relationships between ideas. The fifth one is the bodily or kinesthetic. So these learners learns best in the form of demonstration or hands-on approach, physical skills, or movements. Example of this are the athletes, the dancers, surgeons, or crafts people. So the sixth one is the intrapersonal, or also known as the self-smart. These type of individuals are shy and introverts, and also they have the ability to understand one's own thoughts. They are aware of their own feelings and are usually self-motivated to use their understanding to direct the course of their own lives. While the seventh one is the interpersonal or the people smart. So this type of individuals can able to read the mood of others. They are good in socializing or communicating to others because these individuals allows to understand differences in perspectives. The eighth one is the naturalistic or nature smart. So it refers to an individual's ability to identify and distinguish among different types of plants, animals, or any related to nature. The last one is the existential or the spirit smart. So people with this intelligence are very sensitive, but they can rationally address difficult questions. They also have the ability to be able to have deep discussions about the meaning of life and human existence. So, with that, Dr. Gardner believed that everyone is made up of a unique combination of all nine intelligences, and these intelligences are uniquely arranged in each individual's brain and may or may not work. And with this, students can experience greater success if learning tasks were directly related to their developed intelligences. It is both beneficial to students and teachers or instructors if the intelligences is identified. And with that, it allows the instructor to select appropriate activities for the students in the classroom and guide their learning journey more effectively. So you may be wondering that the two topics that I have discussed a while ago are related. It's because both of them process information in a variety of different ways. But we should also take note that learning thinking styles refers on how we approach different tasks, whereas the multiple intelligence refers to the representation of different intellectual abilities. So with that, I hope that you have learned a lot in today's discussion, and let's call it a day. Thank you for watching and God bless.